each other. It was probably horrific.
For sure. You ever read the book The Ice Age and Inheritance?
No.
This is where it talks about people how they went into the Ice Age and then they had to start cannibalizing each other because there was nothing growing and all of these other things. Like, wow, that's do you think we survive that now? Like, that's what is that? What
I think
the
you and me
purge-
we might survive. I know a lot of people that are going to get eaten. Some people can fucking keep it together, and some people can't. You know,
Yeah, it's going
to be hard, and it's not going to be fun, and life might not be worth living in comparison.
Yeah, in comparison.
So that's the thing. Like, if you lived on the Great Plains in the 1800s and you were a Native American, that was your whole life. That's all you knew. You knew how to hunt buffalo. You knew how to make teepees. You knew how to live off the land. That's all you knew. If you took some fucking person from the east side of Manhattan, some person that worked some cushy office job, and you said, Jerome, this is your new life. You're gonna live on the plains, and you're gonna make your own arrows, and you're gonna go fucking run around and try to shoot them into buffalo, and there's no doctors.
So is this what Naked and Afraid is about? Are they are they getting ready for the apocalypse?
No,
like,
they're just exploiting dummies. They're just having fun with people's dicks, blurring them on the TV. It's crazy. That show's crazy. That show's crazy. It's so dumb.
Naked and Afraid XL. They got like 13 people out. You gotta meet up and form a tribe. Like,
yeah, they could do something like that. People would go. They would go evil real quick. If there was competing tribes, people would go evil real quick.
I think it's gonna if it jumps. No, okay. Well, during Katrina, it was survival of the fittest.
Yes.
During this flood in Houston, it was survival of the fittest.
Yes.
It's been some times where people have shown their colors.
Yes.
You know,
in small pockets. Yeah.
Like my friend, he used to brag about having this Maserati, and when the flood happened, his Maserati was floating down the street, and I was in my truck. I'm like, "Hey, you want me to come pick you and your Maserati up? Because you in a bad position, my boy. Because in Texas, you need a truck, you know. And it was survival. He couldn't move nowhere, so he needed help.
Yeah, when the freeze came out here, I was having the time of my life. I loved it. When it was snow everywhere and ice on the streets, because I have a 1995 Toyota Land Cruiser that I had built like as an apocalypse vehicle. It's lifted, it's got off-road tires, it's got steel bumpers, it's got a winch. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, you was having a good time.
Big ass gas tank, huge gas tank.
You was having a good time.
I was having a great time because that car's meant for that. It was like my golden retriever when he sees the snow. When he sees the snow, he's like, "Woo!" He rolls around on his back. It's like he's having a party. It's the best thing he's ever seen. Man. That's what it's like when my truck saw that snow. My truck was like, "Yeehaw!" Everybody else is like in Corvettes. They're sliding into oncoming traffic.
Yeah, that's what happens when you have one of them little low-built cars or sports car, and you don't have a off-road vehicle, something that's sturdy, that can move things.
Yeah.
Like I have a truck, and my truck is built for that.
If you're only gonna have one vehicle in Texas, a truck is the way to go.
Oh yeah,
big really
truck.
Is. Just in case. Yeah. It's the sign of the most pampered society that people have cars that you can't even fit luggage in. And they're just fast, and you have a race car, sir. Why are you driving around town in a fucking race car? Where are you going?
Hey man, nothing like getting out of a truck in a tuxedo.
Yeah, right.
Right. With boots on. That's what I see the guys. I'm like, man, that's crazy. But man, a truck is the way to go.
People don't want to think about things going sideways, but they have all throughout history. All throughout history, there's been natural disasters. There's been, wars. There's been crazy shit all throughout history. And
so why don't people want to think about that?
Because we like to think about what's in front of us right now. The human mind is set up essentially for survival, right? And we have the exact same brains as people that lived 10,000 years ago. So the people that lived 10,000 years ago, if they in fact were hunter and gatherers, and they probably were hunter and gatherers because the people before them were far more advanced and they were like rebooting society. That's what I think. But those people that life that they lived was all about get some fucking food, find out what the dangers are around you right now in terms of your enemies and predators, and get some fucking food and feed your family and try to stay alive. That's all anybody wanted. They just wanted to stay alive. So we have that in our head. And shit like climate change and UFOs, it's like, what am I going to do with that? Shit like, what if ever the power goes off? Yeah, but the power's on now. Shut the fuck up. I got to deal with now. I got to deal with right now. We're designed for the now.
I don't think like that. I think long term.
Your guys experienced some very difficult moments in your life. That's what it is. You've experienced a lot of adversity.
Yeah, I guess that's the reason. But I always thinking long term. I always gotta, like I'm Jason Bourne, like I'm on the move. Come on,